Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video. I want to talk a little bit about the costume outfitter here. If you've ever wondered what Empires and Puzzles would be like with way more quality of life features, a dev team that listens to player feedback, and more value for your money spent, then download Gemstone Legends right now from the links in the description of this video to get yourself a free $50 starter bonus. I know it can be intimidating to start a new game like this, but between myself and other great content creators, there are tons of tutorial videos out there to make playing Gemstone Legends a lot of fun. The fact that they offer a $50 starter bonus to new players and have such great quality of life features are two big reasons why over 50,000 Empires and Puzzles players have already made the switch. It's awesome, and I look forward to seeing you there. It's worth saying that we're going to have different options, but I figured talking through my options and my thought process might be of assistance to people who perhaps have similar options or are going to be making similar considerations, because I think we will be making similar considerations. So definitely something that I think of as worth doing based on the cost. $300 for basically getting an additional hero. They tried passing off costumes as like an improvement or like a slight modification, but excuse me, it's truly just a different hero, and in most cases you're having to summon for that hero again, which is basically a different hero. You have to level them up. It's slightly easier, but if you're paying to do summons, then you are paying for a new hero essentially, so it's not an improvement. I mean, it's tricky to parse this out. It's an improvement on the existing hero you have, but you have to collect it as if it were a new hero. So even though there's some parallel and connection there, it really is an additional thing that you must get. So let's start at the bottom. In many cases, I have the costumes already, so that can be ignored. When it comes to heroes that have multiple costumes, it seems like it only gives you the next additional one in the sequence. For example, I have 2 costumes for Leonidas. It would only give the Toon costume and not the glass costume from what I can see, which that's a little unfortunate. I suppose it's understandable. So looking through here, I'm just going to go right out and say that I think the main consideration here and the primary drive you should consider when making your decision is going to be the stats of that hero. That has become the most important thing. It's hard to say that it's that and that alone, because the new heroes simultaneously have the best stats and also the best special skills, but not being able to kill any hero because their stats are just over a particular threshold gives a huge advantage. And when they're under that threshold or weak, it doesn't matter if their special skill is theoretically strong. And keep in mind, if their attack stat is low, even if their damage percentage is high, you're not going to do a lot of damage against a new meta hero because the difference between your attack and their defense is too great, not in your favor. So for me, I think the best options are Anubis, because you get those you get this incredible costume bonus, which is way higher than the season 2 costume bonus. I've talked about this for a while, but the Atlantis heroes really got screwed in this progression. I don't know why they were left behind, but season 5 was not that long ago, and they're already getting almost plus 50% on 3 different stats with the mono bonus that allows you more troop flexibility. That's pretty crazy. So this guy's pretty good, quite annoying with the greed, as well as very high poison damage and decreased defense. So he's truly a support, but that poison damage can come in handy. You've also got a fighter class, dodge as an ether ability, and the passive is going to be more damage with a dispel, 100% chance to occur, and gains mana when they receive a status ailment or negative stack, which is quite a common occurrence. So that's a great option. I personally am in need of healers more, so that's going to be my consideration. So these heroes we're looking at here, they're just too old. I mean, like, Sif and Frigg similarly are going to get, let's see what the costume bonus is. It's still not as good. That is insane. Season 4, weaker heroes have a worse costume bonus than season 5, which came after, and the stats were already higher. That doesn't make any sense. And it's significantly higher. That's like nearly 20% higher on top of bigger stats. So that 20% is an even bigger number than it would be here. So yeah, unfortunately, that's, unless you have like an insanely good synergy, but I just don't think those really exist anymore in this stat world. It's just stats are the most important thing. So yeah, got to factor that in. Nothing here too compelling until we get up to the top. So like I mentioned, if you got all the costumes, the season 1 heroes, it could be worth it because that's a big costume bonus plus a really good passive ability. Here for me, the no-brainer is going to be costume Hathor, because look at the stats with a double limit break. I mean, those are pretty much contemporary. The newest stuff has pushed up a bit higher, but with this defense up for 6 turns, 20% is going to be 1/5, which is like 300. And I'm not sure if that's for the pre-troop stat or the post-troop stat. If it's post, it's going to be even bigger, but that brings you up to about 1,800, and then troops would add on top of that, if I'm correct. And you've got 3,340 HP, which is crazy good. Fast speed healer, no cleanse, but you do have boosted health. Granted, it's over 4 turns, so it's kind of a small heal. Status immunity for 4 turns is very valuable. And then this passive, you have 10% boosted HP and the small amount of mana. And it's the small amount of mana that being guaranteed makes her fantastic. So a really good fast healer. Synergy is going to depend on your options, really. I don't think I can give any generic advice there. But yeah, looking at these options, I think that is just the way to go. And there's definitely a cutoff in terms of who can be included, but I would say Season 5 is one of the best directions to go in, because you have that huge costume bonus with heroes that are a bit more modern, so their skills reflect that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this right now, because there's nothing in here that is remotely compelling to me. So I think that's just going to be that. And I guess we should just make sure there's nothing tucked down here at the bottom for any reason. Nope, we have all of these. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Let me know what decisions you made. If you diverted from the advice that I gave for any reason, I'd be interested to hear, as would anyone else watching. So yeah, let's make this a discussion. Feel free to pass those things along. And yeah, we're going to go for it. I think this is the best choice I could possibly make. And I feel good about it. So, oh, they don't give you the summoning animation. So yeah, let me know your thoughts below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.